Alright, hello everybody. I need to do a little bit of maintenance here. The microphone I'm on actually, the cord's not actually long enough, so let me change my live mic. Give me just a moment here. DJ, hey, you're the perfect person for this. I switched to a different mic. Please let me know if you can hear me. That way I don't have to use a headset mic. So my idea here is I'm going to go through my entire library. I have less than 40 games, so it shouldn't take a terribly long time. We're just going to put the discs in, and we're going to see if there's an update to apply, and then take out the disc and move on to the next. Except for one or two games, I'm not really going to boot the games up. So first thing I've got here is my Bayonetta 2. Oh boy, first time chat. We already have somebody to kick out of here. Well, we're just gonna have to ignore that. I don't have moderator tools in my OBS here, so we'll just ignore that for now. Ignore that. So let's go ahead and put in Bayonetta. Haven't played the Wii U version of this, so be right back. All right, booting it up now. Basically just interested to see if there's a patch or not. Yes. Hi, Mr. Mullet. I know, spam. I need mods. I thought I could mod from right here, but I really can't. I'm in my OBS chat window, and I'm not super sure what the heck I'm doing. So that did not seem to need a patch. Pretty common. Let's get out of there and let's swap for disc 2. Come on out of there. Gentle, gentle. There we go. Boot up. Yeah, I'm promoted enough. I don't need another promotion. Yeah, it's low. The mic's actually further away. Let me try to raise the. Maybe that's a little better. Just raise the volume up on it a little bit. All right, so I don't know if there's any other way to tell besides just starting the game. Doesn't seem like it, so I'm not sure if there's a more efficient way to tell if there's a patch needed or not. Okay. I've had the gamepad sitting here for a little while I got the stream ready. Bayonetta 2 seems to work. Let's go ahead and get out of there and move on to the next one. I'll be right back. Next up is Toad Treasure Tracker. I have the version that came with an amiibo, but this is already open since I've played it. I have played this. It's been a couple of years, so I highly suspect there's not going to be any patches involved. Yeah. I am connected to the internet. No problem there. I patched one game last night. Well, actually, I'm going to rephrase that. I didn't actually patch it. I had DLC downloaded, and the DLC wouldn't apply until I booted up the game. So I had the DLC downloaded forever, but I'd never actually booted up the game, so the DLC never applied until last night. That was on that Sonic game that I tweeted about. Alright, everything's good there. Get out. Close that software. having a lot of very sudden wear and tear on my disk drive. I hope that's not a problem. Alright, let's see what's up here. Next is Disney Infinity. I have the first one for the Wii U, and I got the next two for the PlayStation 4, so... That was a game I haven't played much, but I did download some of the creations while the game was live. Just a, personal private archive, basically. I definitely don't expect a patch for this one, and it seems to be booting right up, so... Mr. Mullet's daughter. Alright, great. Practicing typing. Very good. Next up is Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, one of the last of the Wii U games that was ported to Switch that I haven't bought yet, but I'm highly considering buying it at some point, just because it's an excellent game, and I'd hate to not be able to play it when eventually my Wii U stops working. It's really one for the ages. It was a great game. I liked it a heck of a lot. Yeah, I didn't expect that one to have a patch at all. Let's see what's next here. Next is Game & Wario. I'm actually not going to bother with this one. I've played this one within like the last 6 months, so I'm very confident I don't have anything to worry about there. So we'll move on past Game & Wario. Next on my stack is Hyrule Warriors. Check your Wii U games as well. If you're able to, denote any that had that you needed to install a patch for. I don't find that information anywhere on the internet. Hyrule Warriors, man, I'd like to like this game, and I just can't quite grasp it. It's supposed to be really simple hack and slash, but I just fail at all the missions. Of course, it's got a ton of DLC, which is not really a problem. They came out with the definitive edition on the Switch that includes all the DLC, and against my better judgment, I did buy that, even though I can't seem to get the game. But I won't give up. I'll try it again someday. Use the gamepad here for a second. Purchasing, but we can take a quick glance at. I found a great video that went through all of the available DLC for Wii U and 3DS games. Long video, but very detailed. It was pretty neat to have a resource like that. So, alright, well, of course I'm not buying any of that. Let's go ahead and get out of there. Netflix app, yeah. Close. Yeah, Netflix and YouTube, those are sometimes some of the first apps to go, actually. speaking of it, let me look in my. I have a video apps folder. Okay, it's Hulu. On my like Vita, it's still listed as Hulu Plus, which is Hulu Plus isn't even a thing anymore. All right, Kirby and the Rainbow Curse. This is a sealed game, so it looks like I've got to crack a seal on one. I'm gonna grab a knife. Now, offhand, I do not know if this is one of the high-dollar games that I'm about to undervalue by opening it, but it is what it is. Let me switch screens here. All right, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy open. So this will definitely be the first time this game has been put in my system. Crispy. Minty, as they say. There we go. Alright. Switch back. That's not a knife. No, it's not. It's a Swiss Army knife. Alright. And darn it, if it's good enough for the Swiss Army, it's good enough for me. This is actually a game I do hope to stream sometime, maybe this year. I think this is a great game to stream, since I'll be using the gamepad anyway. I think that sets up a really nice way to stream. And it seems to boot right up without needing a patch, so no problems on that front. You hear it from every streamer, but let me know if the sound mix is okay. I know the microphone situation is imperfect, but if the music's too loud or the game's not loud enough, just let me know these things. I'll take care of it. Now that that's open, it's one step closer to actually playing it. All right, what's next? Next is Wind Waker HD. Now here's a funny thing. I don't remember opening this, but here it sits open, so I certainly haven't played the HD version yet, and I bought it new, so I'm not sure why it's open. Well, right there's your answer. Club Nintendo. It had a Club Nintendo code in it. I forget the Wii U goes back far enough that they were doing Club Nintendo at the time, so that's why that's open. All right, let me put this in. Another first time boot up. Here we go. And it seems to boot right up. Not my favorite Zelda, but an awfully good one. That loading screen's pretty. Creating save data, cool, do that. Alright, great. I told you it was the first time. Alright. As nostalgic as it is, let's go ahead and get out of there. I've gone through my first stack of games, so give me about 60 seconds. I'll be back with the next stack, okay? Be right back. go down the next one on the list here. Now this one is one of the pricier boys. This is Twilight Princess HD. This one is still sealed, and this is going to be one of the few that I'm not going to open on this stream. I just don't expect that there's any kind of a patch for the game. If I find out in the next week and a half that there is, I may go ahead and open it. But since this is such a pricey boy, and I haven't opened it yet, I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this one sealed. So that's the Amiibo version. So we'll set that aside for now. Next one down here is Breath of the Wild, also sealed. And actually, this is another game I kind of intend to just keep sealed. I have no idea what sales figures look like on a game like this. I have no idea if it is expected to be a collector's item or not. Since I know most people went with the Switch version, I was able at the time to go ahead and pick up the Wii U version, and I haven't played it yet, either version, but this is still sealed, and I think I'll just leave it that way. I know this game has the DLC as well. I did buy the DLC on the Switch. I don't intend to buy the DLC twice, so I won't be buying DLC. But like I said, I'm going to leave that one sealed for now. What is next? All right, Mario Kart 8, which I did buy the DLC for, and then eventually just rebought the whole game. This is another one. Well, I'll just go ahead and put it in. I played it within the year, this version of it. I don't think it's been all that long, so I don't expect anything, but let me just put it in the system and find out. You've got both versions for the same reason. Same thing with Twilight Princess. I bought the GameCube version and the Wii version, but both of mine are open, so. Oh, cool. Are you happy you got the Switch? If it weren't for so many first-party Nintendo games, I don't know if I would have a lot of fondness for the Switch or not, but they really do make great games. And this, of course, looks very, very normal. I did not expect anything to happen for Mario Kart. Can't quite get out of there yet. Gotta wait for it to finish loading. Mario Kart 8! And this already is updated. I have version 4.1. So there were patches for it, but I'm already up to date. So 4 Switches now. Holy moly! Any of those Switch lights? Didn't pay retail. Very good. I knew that of you. You didn't have to tell me. I know you. Next is Mario Party 10. This one is open. I don't recall playing it, but just a couple of times. I didn't know that I had the case in here. A lot of times with these big box games, I leave the case out. But apparently, for this one, I've still got the case inside there. So we played this one, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, but I'll go ahead and put it in the system anyway. 2 switches and 2 switch lights. Very good. Now you need 2 switch OLEDs. Preparing. Okay, I thought maybe that was an update about to go through. There's probably some kind of a notification right there on the main screen. We just haven't come across one yet. $2015, hard to believe. Where do the time go? I guess it's not impossible that it's downloading updates in the background, since the majority of what I've been putting in is not like online games. When you find a deal, yep. No, nothing's downloading in the background. I thought maybe it was possible. Swap that back around. Let me get this game out of the way. I'll be right back. Next up, NES Remix Pack. That's NES Remix 1 and 2. This is a game I've played recently, actually just within several weeks, so I won't be bothering with this. There's an ask you to update before launching. I agree, that's how it should work, and that's how it works on the 3DS. I expect it to work the same in the Wii U. I'd sure like to see it happen first. But the Wii U allows for patches, but Nintendo just doesn't really do things like other places do or other companies do. So just don't know how many of these games got patches. New Super Mario Brothers U. Actually pretty darn fond of this game. And it's just gonna boot right up. Yes, I am aware. Get on out of here. Also, I mean, since most of what, yeah, Guitar Hero Live, no, that wouldn't, I wouldn't think they patched it. They just, if you try to go to the live section, it just won't connect. So. I liked Guitar Hero Live. It was selling here over one Christmas for $5 with the guitar at a store down here called Five Below. So pretty incredible. I'd already had the PlayStation 4 version of it though. So here's new Super Luigi Brothers U, Mario Maker 1. I'm about to get the, actually, where did it go? Yeah, I'm a few away from Mario Maker. I'll be actually booting that game all the way up. I'm curious if my one posted levels up or not. I don't remember how that worked on that game, if they wiped the servers or not. I like that this one came in a green case for the Year of Luigi. Pretty awesome. Dollarama for $4. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, just for that price, I almost bought it. But, you know, I'm like you. I don't like to spend money I don't need to spend. And since I already bought the stupid game, I didn't need to buy it for what's essentially an inferior system. Actually, I think they had multiple systems. I think it wasn't just the Wii U. I think they had it for multiple systems. But when I bought mine, I bought the 2 guitar variant, so I already have 2 guitars, one of which has never been played. So, all right, that's all done. You're just saying that to one up me. Next is Nintendo Land. Same thing. I had this in the system not too terribly long ago. There's been no patch on this game in the last 2 years, so I'm not going to bother booting it up. And next is, I think, another sealed boy. So this is Paper Mario Color Splash, which I'm actually looking forward to playing. I really think this is going to be an okay game. It's sealed, although I can press in the film a little bit here. But let's go ahead and get her opened up. I'm one of the few people who liked Sticker Star, and this seems to be kind of off of that. All right, here we go. So yeah, I really would like to play this sometime soon. No patch on Mario Maker 1. Yeah. Color Splash on the charity stream. Did you really? I really think I'll enjoy it. And I gotta work my way up to Origami King, of course. Preparing twice. Okay, well, I'm not sure what that was, but here it goes. This is a game I've thought about for streaming, but since so much happens on the gamepad, I'm not sure I really want to pick this one for streaming because a lot would be going on off of the main screen. So, oh, speaking of off the main screen, I'm off the main screen. There we go. Yeah, you don't play games either. Hey, I have played and beat more games this year than I have in multiple years. I can't even tell you. Oh, well, I can't do it with the Wii remote. I gotta do it from the gamepad. So let's do that. So this guy I just opened up. Got one more after it. Alright. Is this sealed? It is. Rayman Legends. So let's go ahead and do another opening. Let's see here. So live for work. Not beating a game this year? Yikes. I guess I'm taking all the game beating energy because I've beaten like 14 or 15. Some of them are short games, but still, I've beaten quite a few this year. I'm halfway through the alphabet challenge. Yeah, I need to get more into online games, but it's kind of the difference between a game and an activity. I like a game to have an end. An activity is something you do without an end. Let's see here, Rayman Legends. This in the system. I'm a big old platformer guy, so this will be another fun one for me. Since this is an Ubisoft game, I thought maybe there'd be kind of a notification there that it needs an update, but apparently not. One and done on the Wii U. You're far from beating the challenge. I mean, I'm still pretty far too, but I'm about 14 letters in, which isn't too bad. Alright, as soon as it'll let me go back home. Oh, nice. That's Lego Batman, right? Another Ubisoft game. Alright, folks. I'm down through my second stack. Let me go back on intermission and stack up my third stack, and then I'll have a fourth stack after. I'm back, and I was able to make this last stack one big stack instead of two medium-sized stacks. So the next one up is Shantae Half Genie Hero. This is the Risky Beats edition. This is another sealed game, and another one that at this point I'm going to choose not to open. This game has DLC available, but there are complete editions that have come out for more modern systems, including the Switch. And right now this is about $100 game, and I paid like $13 for it. So for right now, I don't think I'm going to go ahead and open this. So we'll just leave this one sealed from now, even though eventually I will probably open and play it. I'm sure no patch would be necessary to just enjoy the main game. So we'll just leave this one be for the moment. All right, next up, we got my Mario Maker here. So we are going to spend just a couple extra minutes on this game. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the system, and then I'm just going to boot up and see if see how it behaves when I try to access my posted level. So we'll see what happens. No patch. I think I'm one of the only people who find the Mario Maker menus confusing, so... Oh, an error on the update. Oh my. Yeah, man, I don't know. That's interesting. Alright, we want to maybe play. Don't want to do either of those things. Maybe we want to make instead. Got new notifications. 4 people played my course as of, holy crap, today. Yeah, I've only uploaded one little tiny level in here. Alright. I have, looks like, if I'm interpreting this correctly, 106 people have played it. And clear rate of 10%. And it's called Just 2 Jumps. So let me just play it and see if I can't do it. I know, 600 hours. I was the same way on Little Big Planet. So Mario Maker I didn't do so much of. Nope. Let me try one more time. One. Oh! All right, one more try. One more try. This time for sure. So, well, you get the gist of it. It's just 2 jumps. Sweet. Well, this guy, I mean, technically, no reason for it to be 2 jumps. This could be as many jumps as you want. So I just borked my own level. Gotta play Blink Spaceman. I did play it. I played it and I tried to beat it and I couldn't. You masochist. Alright, we're gonna exit out of there. Alright, well, that's all there is to that. So let's go ahead and get out. I'll be right back. Let's try to get this game put away proper light. Like this from Hollow Knight. Yeah, see what that's just your karma coming back to haunt you. Hollow Knight is your punishment for making Blink's Basement. Next, I've got Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. Excellent little kart racer. I got the Wii U version specifically because it allows 5 players, even though I have never and will never play it 5 players. Stack. It looks like I got 2 more sealed boys to come to.
Sega.
I have a little more games here. Come on, let me out. Let me out. I need to put more time into this. I'd sure like to take it over the finish line. I assume there's an end to the single player campaign. I'm partway through it. is. This was Sonic Lost World. This is the one I put in the system just last night. This was a sealed game yesterday. I opened it. I used my DLC code that's here on the case, and actually applied the DLC that I had downloaded a long time ago. The two free DLCs, the Hyrule and Yoshi's Island DLC, I downloaded that a long time ago, but it never actually applied until I put the game in. And then there was an extra free DLC for Knights. So I did that last night. I don't need to worry about it today. Okay. Oh, here's another sealed one. Star Fox Zero. It's going to have a couple discs in here. And, okay, no tape on across the top, which is fine. 5-player game only. Back of the box plays 4-player though. To tank. Come on out of there. This was another game that ended up at Five Below, and I paid probably close to full retail for, and it ended up at Five Below, unbeknownst to me. You know, you never know how things are going to work out. So I actually got 2 sealed games to open up. Let's switch scenes here. Let's get these suckers open. So we got Zero, and of course the guard disc with the extra little, I guess you'd call them mini games. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of cautiously nervous about playing this at some point. It takes a high learning curve apparently. All right, so here's that. Get this guy in the system. Actually, let's open this other one first, and then I'll do each of them in the system. So, here's Stinky. Got a shout. Mullet, thanks for stopping in. Always appreciate you. Go get cleaned up, my man. All right. Hope you can hear that cellophane crackle. It's a new game ASMR. Alright, let's get you in first. Preparing. And right in the boot. More or less what I expected, but you just never really know. I don't really have an issue opening these games, but I do like to keep my games sealed until I actually intend to play them. But of course, there's always extenuating circumstances like Club Nintendo. I opened a lot of games due to Club Nintendo. See if I can't get out of there yet. Yes, I understand this. Save data will now be created, please. Thank you. Alright, let me out. BRB. Alright, next, Star Fox Guard disc. This one doesn't even have a paper with it. Unceremonious. Preparing update. Do you see that? It was okay, DJ. It was a fine thing for games you were buying anyway. Look, it's actually, I'm getting an update to the mini game collection. What? All right, well, hey, there's one. Yeah, sometime I might make a video to show all the stuff I got from Club Nintendo. All free, and for reaching certain thresholds, you got a free gift at the end of every year. And there was a gold or a platinum gift. I got every platinum gift. It was pretty cool. Lego Batman did finish updating. That's great. Well, scary when you get a partial update. That's no bueno. Installing to system memory. That's fine. I expected that. I wonder if this is even if the content's even on the disc. This could easily be a case of just a download key. There was a demo for this, so after the stream I can look at the size of this update patch versus the size of the Star Fox Guard demo. That might be interesting. Stop it. Don't curse me with that. Now you got me sweating bullets. Okay, woo. Okay, cool. I know. Now loading. Now loading. And that took longer than the main game. That's crazy. Okay, I can stop there. Sweet. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, let's get these back into the box real quick like. Come on. Cooperate. There we go. There, just like new. Next on the list, Super Mario 3D World. Generally a beloved game. I thought it was fine. It was not one of my super duper favorites, but there was nothing wrong in playing it. It just didn't rise to the top of favorites. EV games with a steering wheel accessory. Holy crap. I got a few receipts tucked in a few of my games, but for the most part, most of my were bought with like credit card or whatever, so most of those receipts were put elsewhere. So unless I bought it online, I got a stash of online invoices. Oh geez, the stash didn't even cover it. Probably, if you stacked them all up, probably 1.5 feet of documents of online invoices. I don't know, maybe you'll go through them one day, but for most of those stores, they still exist and you can look up my purchase history, so having the invoice doesn't really matter. Oh, the pre-order too, that's good. Alright, we have another sealed boy here. We have Splinter Cell Blacklist. So, more Ubisoft, because they do a good job with Nintendo. This also has a little bit of a gap in the seam here. I think I can just get that open without having to cut it open. Wasn't super into the Splinter Cell games, but I really did like Conviction. Even though a lot of people didn't, I did. I thought it was a lot more approachable than the others, and then this is a little bit like, oh, we got some kind of an unlock code here. Alright, I'll need to go on the store and try to do this unlock code. So I've got content waiting for me. So, I'll do that in a moment. Alright, let's get you booted up. Preparing update. Sweet. It's nice to know these are taken care of. Just hope the system lasts long enough for me to actually play some of these games. Sorry, you can't see that. Let me go there. There, now you can see it. Time remaining under a minute. Yep, Ubisoft. Count on them in a pinch. Uplay, I think that's nearly defunct now too. In this version, I've got French and Spanish on it, so I was going to suggest maybe it was a French-Canadian version, but I also have Espanol on here. So I'm not sure if every version was like that or if I got a certain international version. I don't know. Time remaining. 3, 2, under a minute again. Okay, great. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Get over that finish line. Okay, it's downloaded. Time to install it to system memory. Remember, is this the one where they changed the voice actor for Sam? Michael Ironside's it's like a story when he's younger. Is that a whole different game? Don't really recall. Yeah, I've got the first one on the GameCube. There was a special where they gave you Splinter Cell for buying Prince of Persia. And I got partway through it. It was fun for what it was. I just never really could get into it. But then Conviction came out with a lot of neat features and gameplay systems. And I like that quite a bit. I actually play that game front to back. So these are really big on multiplayer, but I haven't played any of them multiplayer. A lot of people have a fondness in their hearts for a Splinter Cell multiplayer. There we go. Is you booting up now? Rainbow Six? Sure, certainly. Yep. Come on now. At a LAN party, yeah. I was interested, and the fact that I could get it for free with another game made it, you know, very, very intriguing. And I got halfway into it. It just didn't stick me. Also, the first Splinter Cell on the GameCube has a crazy feature with Game Boy Advance link up. You can use that as like a map feature in some of the levels. So it's got that little extra bonus piece of, I don't know, content or usability that the other versions didn't have. I don't want to touch the touchscreen. I want to go back to start. This game is not letting me quit. I wish I knew how to quit, you. I'll be right back. Alright, next up, Smash Brothers for Wii U. The Smash Brothers I've played least, except for 3DS. I bought it. I had 4 controllers ready to go, and then this is right around the time all my gaming buddies stopped coming over. So I really hardly played this one. But this definitely wouldn't surprise me if it had an update. It's been years since actually I put it in and played it for the first. I played a couple hours of it when Ultimate came out, just so I can kind of have an idea and compare the two a little bit. I just booted right up. Lots of DLC in this game as well, but I don't buy DLC. Well, I do sometimes, but since it's been supplanted by a completely different game, I won't be going after DLC in this game. Yeah. I liked, I mean, Brawl, I put a lot of time in the Brawl, and I didn't even like Brawl that much. And I was really looking forward to this, but it just didn't hit me at the right time when I was going to be playing it, and most of my Smash playing was multiplayer. So without that aspect of it, even though it has online, I did a little bit, but not much at all. He's probably been for 5 years. Put a ton of time into Melee, and I still didn't get everything in Melee either. But definitely put a ton of time into it. Come on, come on. I could go through the DLC, but it's not really necessary. Stages and characters, we all know what it is. Okay, next one down the list is a little surprising. It is The Voice. I Want You, a singing game. This is more or less for the wife. Came with a microphone, and you'll like this one, Dean. So this is just for you. Let me get close up on this. Clearance, $3.65 for a game with the mic. So if that tells you why it's in my collection. Plus, my wife does like karaoke games. But this is kind of, not bottom of the barrel, but this isn't one of the better ones. Although the developer, Zoe Mode, they actually are an under-celebrated developer. They get handed off on work for hire projects like this, and they usually do a good job of it. Yeah, a good price. And I don't even think any USB mic works. I bet the microphone in here is still wrapped up. It's probably never been used. Let's get this game started first. Oh no, it looks like it's probably been used actually. Just kind of wadded up in there. We probably used it. Pretty low in the barrel. It's not the worst. We've played worse. Kind of want to cut it off before any licensed music starts, you know what I mean? Alright, BRB. Alright. The Wonderful 101. This is another one. Surprise is open. But there's the answer. Club Nintendo code. So that's why it's open. I don't think I've ever put this in the system before, but I will now. Another game that got remastered to the Switch. but in my estimation, playing it on the gamepad touchscreen would be a superior experience, so that's how I intend to play it. Got a receipt in your Splatoon 1 as well, 2015, with 2 Inkling amiibos. Are those the receipts you got from used copies, or are those your receipts? Oh, preparing update. Look, found another one. I hope it's fast. Because I never thought about, I gotta spend time, used copies. Yeah, absolutely. I just gotta vamp while this update downloads, and I don't have anything to talk about. So, 2 minutes, under a minute. You don't pay retail. Hey, you the man. You the man for sure. And in life, you either have time or you have money. You never have both. So when I had the time and no money, I did things like you do, but now I have the money and no time, so I do things like I do. We're back up to 2 minutes. You have neither. Oh, yes, you poor man. Under a minute. And this is actually first party. It Platinum developed, but first party Nintendo published, so a little surprised that there's an update. Pretty interesting. You have more money than time, but you're still more cheap than anything else. Well, good. There is no shame in that game. I built the first half of my collection on the super cheap. It's just got to a point in my life where I was able to build the second half by just buying what I wanted when I wanted it, instead of leaving it to chance. I'll tell you what, though, it gutted me to rebuy some of those Switch games that I have on the Wii U. I really didn't want to do it, and that's why I've held off on Donkey Kong Country Returns Tropical Freeze. But the only reason I did it, the added content is nice, all that stuff's cool, but like, I just fully expect someday that my one and only Wii U will not be able to provide me gameplay anymore. And then that's a whole different barrel of monkeys too, tracking down in the system and all that. So at least by buying the game again, I have some continuity of still being able to play it. And I did buy them while they were on sale. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm with you, pal. I could be playing I could be starting a whole game instead of doing this. Yep, it's the maintenance factor here. There we go. All right, Wonderful 101 is updated. I'll be right back. All right, just a couple more. Wii Party U. I've had this booted up probably within the last 3 years. I don't expect anything, but I'll try. Breath of the Wild, 3D World for Bowser's Fury. Yeah, Bowser's Fury's on my way up in my to-do list. Probably one of the next 5 or 10 games I'll play this year. And Mario Kart 8 because 4 Switches. Yeah, it took me forever to cave in on that Mario Kart 8. I was really, really stubborn about it. Since I bought the original game and the DLC, I really didn't want to buy it again. But just my deciding factor was having the kids here more often, and the ease of multiplayer on the Switch. and the system performance, you know, just made that convenience worth buying the stupid game again. And then, of course, all the new DLC is pretty great, too. Alright, that works just fine and dandily. This has a little extra accessory, the gamepad stand in here. What's this? Another sealed boy. Alright. More Ubisoft goodness. Zombie U. Launch title. Or very nearly launch title, but I was pretty sure it's a launch title. This is on my to-do list for the year as well. Just because I want to play it. I wanted to play it for a long time. And a Z game for the Alphabet Challenge. So this is going to be my Z game. You got 6 Wii U games left to check. Well, I've got 2. Let's see if I get done before you do. So let's get this sucker open. There we go. I do think this is a bottom dollar video game. This was a launch title, lots of copies out there. I haven't looked it up, but I'm pretty sure this is probably a very cheap video game. Ooby, 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 ooby. Be right back. I'm going to play your Zombie U as well. And then, of course, eventually, years later, they did publish this for digital marketplaces just called Zombie. So you can play Zombie on PlayStation 4. But, of course, I want the original features, the original gamepad stuff. I want to play it like it launched. Oh, I knew it. Preparing update. I figured they'd get me for one more. I think every game I have is first-party Nintendo or Ubisoft. I don't think I have a single... well, actually, wait a minute. The Voice. The Voice is Activision. Also, I got that randomly. I didn't pick that out. I just couldn't pass down a $4 game that came with a microphone. You play on PC, but yeah, you want to try the gamepad. Absolutely. Check my Zombie U last then. Yep. You're going to get caught behind an update if you haven't updated before. Oh, we're on the wrong screen. There we go. See, we got an update going on. Yeah, Superchargers. I have that too. That's actually out in the garage. That's the only Skylanders game I have on the Wii U, which of course I have for the special characters. And I read that one does have an update. I won't be doing Superchargers on this stream. It's stored in the garage in a big box. It's kind of hard to get to. I'll have to get to it soon, but so Superchargers is the only Wii U game I don't have handy to do during this stream, and I don't know for a fact, but I'm told that it has an update, so I'll be looking into that as well. Which is strange. The first 2 Skylanders games that I have for the PlayStation 3, no update. You would think for a game as complicated as those that maybe they would have needed to patch something, but they both run on version 1.0, which is pretty good. So I was surprised to hear that maybe Superchargers has an update on the Wii U. I don't know. Your Superchargers had no update. Yeah, I'm not sure if what I read is accurate. Someone was saying it, but who knows? Yeah, exactly. You may have already updated yours. I've never had mine in the system. Mine's still sealed. And there we go to booting up. It's not exactly the same picture as the cover, but close. At a glance, I thought it was the same picture. Come on, logos. Come on, logos. I guess I could go hit eject and it would crash me out, but I don't want to do that. Oh, wait a minute. Sure, I would be so kind as to let Ubisoft know my data. I don't care. Okay, I'll be right back. I got one more. Alright, I got one more game, and what comes after Z? Well, nothing. This is actually out of order because of how my shelves are. This is the big box Yoshi's Woolly World, and because I've got a divider on my shelves, I had to put this after the rest of the games. You're updating your Zombie U now. You're done. You beat me. Let's see here. This guy is open, which is great. This is also way up on my playlist. Haven't played it yet. Hope to play it this year. But of course, I've said that for like 2 years now. So the box is open, but looks like the game itself is not. And this is also one that did not get ported. It got a sequel on the Switch, but this game did not get ported to the Switch. It got ported to the 3DS of all things. It's a race. I haven't seen Rat Race. I'm familiar with it. It's Seth Green in that movie, right? Bunch of other people. Alright. Yeah, this is definitely on my short list of games I want to play next. Yeah. I think I'll like it better than the sequel, but I'll know eventually. Alright, let's get you in there. What do you think? Nintendo first party, do you think there's a patch? Star Fox had one. Let's see what she does. Yeah, lots of slubs. Yeah, I'm familiar that the movie exists, and it's kind of an updated take on It's a Wild, 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 Wild World, but I actually haven't seen Rat Race. Alright. Oh, look, it's got an update! I bet, you know what? I bet for this one, it's Amiibo. They updated it to add Amiibo stuff in it. Because as more Amiibo came out, they needed to put more costumes in. That's just my guess. So, looks like I gotta update my last game. And I have to go back through and get my downloadable bonus extras from my Splinter Cell game. I'll do that off stream. So we'll let this thing get downloaded and boot up, and I'll go ahead and sign off after that. So we'll sit out this little update process. That race is fun. Not great, but fun. Oh, I like fun movies. What was that other movie with Seth Green where they're lost in the woods? That looked like a fun movie too. Willy World? Pardon me, sir. Woolly World. Come on now. Oh no. Yeah, the Wi-Fi. Mine is hardwired actually. It's running through a slow switch I need to update, but all my systems out here are hardwired, except for the PlayStation 5 because I haven't fully integrated it yet. That's a big project that I haven't had time to do, but I got to update my Switch, and yeah, without a paddle. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one exactly. Like to see that too at some point. So yep, I'm in a nice situation where I'm able to have all my systems hardwired to the internet. I think on the Wii U here it's a USB adapter. Same thing with the Switch. Is actually the Ethernet USB adapters were Wii stock that I got on clearance, so I bought like 3 of them. Never expected to need 3, and then I ended up keeping one for the Wii, one for the Wii U, and one for the Switch. It was kind of nice. But I'm with you. When something's on clearance, I'll just kind of just buy it. They were inexpensive enough. I mean, there's only 3 left, so I thought, okay. Oh yeah, it's scary back there. Here we go. Preparing. And there we go. Perfect and wonderful. Alright, well that's all I came to do. I've been on for a quarter after an hour, so Derek, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate the chat today. I'm going to go ahead and work on signing off. Oh, very good. Perfect. Kids are not listening. I understand. That's their only job, is to not listen. All right, my friend, we're going to head off out of here. Everybody have a great one. You take care.